Okay. I'm not going over. 1, 2, 3, and we is synced like a parade. Okay, that's a way to start. What up? Welcome to episode three of I Don't Want to Be a Piece of Shit. I had a guest on, and I had the first episode. So what did we talk about in the first episode? I went into how I'm trying to turn this whole ship around. Lived a life of degeneracy up until 23 years old. Not fully. I haven't been a full piece of shit, but I've been on a straight path towards piece of shittery, and I'm trying to change it. I've been, reading, meditating, trying to be less anxious. I cut out booze. Trying to get a hold on just all my dopamine little addictions. And I've been pretty good at it. But this is another solo episode, and I'm gonna get personal and honest. It's been a struggle the past few days, to be real. Because it just, I'm happy with how I've been responding, even though I've been wallowing in self-pity about life. I haven't gone back to all the old habits. I've just been coping with snacks and getting off the exercise and diet train a little bit. But I guess I'll just recap my past 48 hours. So I'm 9 weeks no booze. I feel like that's a pretty good feat at the moment. And my anxiety's gotten a little better. I'm being more productive, and currently I'm supposed to be in New York right now, and that did not happen. And I guess I'll go to the events to unfold that. I was supposed to be at the airport on Wednesday, and I'm getting ready to go. I'm all packed. I'm excited for my little New York trip, and I get hit with my flight's delayed. And I'm like, whatever. Flight gets delayed all day. I just kind of wait around for it to not be delayed. And hold on. Oh, that was almost a puke burp. All right. Whoops, sorry. I'm waiting for my flight to not be delayed, and eventually it just gets canceled by the end of the day. And there's a holiday party at the Laugh Factory at the comedy club in town, and I decide to attend that with my free night. I get there, everybody's getting pretty lit up, and I'm on this whole not drinking train. I haven't really had too hard of impulses, cravings. But this one was a little hard because there was just so many people. My social anxiety was pretty bad. But you know what? I did a good job. I was zinging and zanging. Did a pretty good job talking to everybody. I feel like I asked people questions. I wasn't too dominating in conversations, and also I was genuinely I tried to talk to the people I wanted to talk to, but it did get to the point where there's too many. And then there was stuff that happened where I just got uncomfortable because of my impulse control and stuff like that, and I kind of had this panicky feeling because I couldn't get drunk, and I'm not. I guess that's full addict behavior, but I decided to get out of there and leave. And also, this is just another testament of my anxiety just building all day. My flight got delayed. I was just bummed about not being able to go to the trip, and I was excited to socialize, but I kind of just had my anxiety built there. And then but when I was pulling up there, I was supposed, my original ETA was 8. I didn't walk into the building until almost 9 because I couldn't find parking, and I just kept circling around, and that panicky feeling where you're just I just want to park. I just want to be done. And you're just hitting the wheel, and I find this spot it's barely a spot. It's half my car, and I fit it in, and I just get it out, and I'm like, all right, I'll just be in there for a little bit. And I go hang out, and then as I'm leaving, have that tightness in my chest because I'm so panicked about not late, just like stuck in the car for that long. Um, I get I get back, and on my car, since I'm so shittily parked, it's written asshole, piece of shit, go to hell for my bad parking job. And I just get in my car because I've been on this big self-help track. I'm trying to be a better person, not just for myself, but I'm trying to also like exercise compassion and stuff like that. And you know, I'm an emotional guy. I'm a little bit low at that point, and I just start welling up and I start crying. And I'm just like, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not an asshole. I've actually been trying lately. And I get home, and last episode I talked about how I'm living with my ex, and we're actually kind of talking and being friends again, and she was nice about it. But I kind of told her about what happened, and she was pretty empathetic. And then the next morning I wake up and I'm ready to go, and she's like talking about how at least you have your trip ahead of you. At least you have this thing that you're looking forward that's going to be good. Because you know what? I was going to go to New York, and I was going to open for this comedian there that's my friend, and she was she bonuses me a little bit of money, so I was like, all right, it's going to pay for the trip and be a good time because I found a cheap ass flight. It was just gonna be a good thing for me for the week. And she was like posing it as like this. This is even though all this stuff has sucked for the night, at least you got this trip ahead of you. And I wake up, and I'm such a fucking idiot. I get on my departure time's 10:45. Get on the train at 8. Pull up to the place. I don't get there until like I don't even know, like 9:55, and I like kind of dilly-dally around, and I get up to the thing, and she's like, "Ooh, it's 10:02. You are 2 minutes late for checking in your bag." And I'm like, "Oh my god, there's nothing I can do." And she's like, "Nah, you just gotta, I guess the only thing you can do is pay for the next flight." And I'm like already just so bummed out from the night before. I really can't. And she's being really nice. She's actually like, she calls her manager, and she's like, "He's 2 minutes late. Could we just like waive the fee for him?" And the manager's like, "No. Why would we?" And she's like, "'Cause it was just 2 minutes." And she's like, "No." And I was like, and and so I pay the fee for a new flight, and I'm like, all right, it's only in 6 hours. I'll just wait here in the airport for the day. That's fine. Can I check my bag? And she's like, actually, it's too early to check your bag. And I'm like, damn, so I can't even go through TSA yet. And there's like nowhere, like, am I just going to sit in those chairs that are out there? There's like vending machines, I guess. But I was hungry, so I was like, one train stop away is just McDonald's. I'm just going to go get some McDonald's, sulk there for a few hours, come back, check my bag. I go to the McDonald's, I take the train, and then I have to take a fucking bus because it's like across the highway, and I'm not going to walk with my big old bag. So I take a bus, and I pull into the McDonald's. I ordered on the app. I got way too much food. I got 2 burgers, a 4-piece nugget, a small fry, and a McRib, and a small Diet Coke, and I ate it all. It was only $13. This is why obesity is a problem in America. And I stuffed my fat fucking face. I sulked in the corner and watched YouTube shorts, and I made myself just an idiot in the corner, just depleting any brain cells. And then I get another notification on my phone. Flight is fucking delayed. So already I pulled up there at 10 a.m. Just I was on time for my flight, just too late to check my bag. Flight's delayed all day for the new one that I just bought. And I'm like, oh my god. So I text my ex, and she comes and picks me up because she's a super nice person. And we come back, and I'm going to wait for my flight at home and leave whenever. And the hours go by, and I'm like, all right, I've sulked for the day. I'm done wallowing. Let's get this trip on. I'm so excited for it. And we get ready to go, and I'm like, all right, got my bag, got my check bag, got my personal bag, got my phone, got my charger, got my everything. no wallet. No fucking wallet. Dig through everything. Tear apart my bags. Tear through my room just looking. I tear through my ex's car. Can't find it. Call the McDonald's. Call the bus. I end up obviously missing the flight because I couldn't find it. And I just, man, the self-hatred. Like, I'm just, oh. But I have a little bit of a positive outlook on all this because this kind of shit happens to me a lot because I've been such a degenerate piece of shit for so long that when you make bad decisions, bad things typically happen to you. But what I'm happy about is, I'm a bit of an idiot for losing my wallet. Somehow I was being really just like careless and not like being mindful of my possessions. That is true. But this wasn't me getting blackout at the bar and just, fucking up like and losing everything because I got too drunk. This was just like a thing that, happens to regular people. Albeit the consequences were after just so many missteps in a short period of time that I really feel bummed out about it. And my trip was canceled, and that sucks. But comedy's gonna come again. What it really sucks is this whole process of getting my wallet shit back together because especially because I've been moving between so many different places that I don't know if I have all the documentation to prove who the hell I am. I lost my social security card forever ago, and I was waiting to get a new one. And that's another I got to be just on top of shit. I can't just wait to do this stuff anymore. I'm getting a little too old. So this is, I guess another lesson of things. Next time my new wallet, I'm gonna put an AirTag on it because this cannot happen again. And I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to be a better person. And I've wallowed for the past 2 days. This is the wallowing. Wallowing from the beanbag is just what I've been doing for the past 2 days. I've just been crying about it. I've made so many phone calls to tell that exact story in the past 2 days to just have a pity party for Carter. I want everybody to feel bad for me. I want everybody to know that my life is bad. But I guess it's a new day. I guess I gotta stop being upset about it. So you know what? Starting right now, I'm gonna stop responding the way I have. I ate all that McDonald's like a big ol' ogre, and I got full off of it. And later that day, I ate a bunch of candy. I ate some Reese Cups. I ate Sour Patch Kids. I even got a thing of beef jerky. In a little Perrier. I love a Perrier bottle. And I stuffed my fat face. And I got full. And my stomach hurt all day today. So right now I'm getting back on track with the diet. I'm getting that together. I'm done. I can't cope with these unhealthy habits. Sometimes they're way unhealthier, but these I still can't let myself just feel bad for myself for this long. 2 days was okay. After I'm done recording this podcast, I'm going to clean up this apartment a little bit, and then I'm going to go for a 6-mile run. And then, because I'm on that shit now. I'm fucking healthy. I look good. These are my positive affirmations, okay? I'm a healthy guy now. I'm going to go run 6 miles. Even though I ate candy and McDonald's yesterday, I'm going to run today, and I'm going to... I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't have any groceries because I was planning on going a fucking trip. I'm gonna eat. I have rice and I have tuna. I'll do that. That's what I'll do because I'm a bodybuilder now. All right, and I'm gonna run 6 miles. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna shower because that's what you do when you're getting shit done. You're gonna shower because you had Michael Myers on the episode last time and you told him you didn't even brush your teeth or shower before the episode and he was pretty disgusted. And then you didn't even realize how disgusted he was until you were playing the episode back, trying to edit it, and you were like, oh shit, I'm a fucking disgusting human. I should shower and brush my teeth before I interact with people. That's another note I need to write down. I gotta, hygiene. That's a thing I didn't even know I needed to improve on. But you know what? When I look in the mirror, I should see a clean face, not my greasy little mug that I got sometimes. So hygiene is a thing I'm working on. So that's why I'm showering. And after I shower, I guess I'm gonna make that rice and tuna that I was talking about. And then I'm gonna get out of this apartment because I have to leave because my ex, who I'm cordial with, she knew I was leaving for my trip, and she was going to go on go and see her friend in a different place. So she scheduled a cat sitter for these next 2 days, and then I can't take my trip. So now we have a cat sitter coming, and I'm gonna have to leave and pretend like I'm not staying here while the cat sitter comes because she got her off of an app and she's not gonna cancel because that's awkward. Although, she should have just paid her and told her not to come. Whatever, too late now. She gets here in like 2 hours. So I'm going to have to film this episode, clean up. Damn, I really should have cleaned more this morning. Because she's going to know that I'm like here the whole time. Oh, that's so awkward. Because she's going to see that stuff is moved around when she's not here. And she's going to be like, why aren't these people just taking care of their own cats? What fucking weirdos. They're requesting help when they're living at home. Are they having me nanny their cats? Who does that? You're home. It's a 15-minute task, and you're going to pay me $80 for 2 days? Whatever. That's I don't even actually know how much she paid. But I would assume it's $80 because 2 days of work and you're going to have me like come there and leave. I would want $40 a day. And this is coming from a guy who doesn't have a job. I should get a job. Oh, God, I need a job. Whatever. I'm going to make it. And when I make it, everybody's going to be everybody's going to be like, I didn't know he was going to make it. All right. I don't really have much to talk about. Oh, yeah, I was talking about my day. The day about how I'm going to improve. Oh, yeah, the rover's going to come. I did a long improv bit off the rover. So she's going to come do that. And what am I going to do tonight? I have nothing planned. I was supposed to be in New York, so I guess I'm going to go hang out at other people's comedy shows and just, I have this story. That I told on the podcast today. I'm going to tell it to everybody, and everybody's going to feel bad for me. The pity party is going to continue. I'm gonna wallow not from the beanbag, but wallow from probably in the green room of shows I'm not on, because your boy likes to be annoying and weasel. But since I'm not boozing, and since I'm not gonna embarrass myself when I go network, I'm gonna be because I am a charming guy that people like. I think I'm just even though that's cringe to say, and also kind of not true because I'm really, really awkward. If I just keep saying it, people say if you say positive affirmations even as a joke, you start to actually embody them. So I keep saying I'm like a charismatic guy. I'm confident. I'm suave. I'm the guy that people want to talk to because that's if you speak it into existence, it's gonna happen. At least I really, really fucking hope. But so I'm gonna go hang out at shows, and I'll see friends. That's all my friends are is comedians at this point. I should that's another goal I'm setting. I'm gonna get involved in some shit. Maybe get thing I should get involved with is a goddamn job. Maybe that's what I should get involved with. Maybe I should get really good at podcasting, so that I can then turn this into a job. Oh my God, my life is over. But I'm responding good, all right? Even though the past 48 hours have been a little bit of a bummer for old Cardi D. He's responding good because he's gonna go on that run. He's gonna eat healthy. I'm gonna, you know what? In that whole day that I threw at you, I'm also gonna wedge in a little meditation in there. I'm gonna get this mind that's been racing about how everything's bad. I'm gonna get it racing to how it's all just things that happened and everything's okay. 'Cause that is true. Everything is okay. I barely lost out on any money. And I was excited for like for certain things, but though comedy shows come and go, I get to do comedy every day, and I'm very blessed that I get to do a lot of comedy. I don't make a lot of I don't make much money at all. I'm not very good at it yet. So that's another thing is but I feel like I'm pretty good for where I'm at. I have potential. I'm 23. That's pretty young. That's young in the grand scheme of things. All my friends are typically older. So, I got room to grow, they say. So, I'm blessed to be where I'm at. And I need to just stop looking at all the negatives all the time, because I've been pretty bummed out. And I think that was my big problem before this whole not be a piece of shittery started, was I would get bummed out, wallow in self-pity, and then my habits that I would start to build go away. So, even though this is like the first time where I feel like it's the universe coming at me rather than me doing everything. And then what happened wasn't even that bad. It was literally just a small trip not happening. And then there's like, other stuff that stacked up. I had some family stuff go on, and I had just, a lot of anxiety already built up in my body. And so I didn't react to this well, but I didn't destroy myself in how I responded. I ate a lot of candy. I didn't get blackout drunk. That's good. And even though I wish it could have all happened, and then I just was like, no big deal. I'm gonna go run tonight, and I'm gonna be like an alpha male, like peak human performance in response to this. Maybe I didn't respond that way immediately, but I didn't do the worst things. And you know what? I'm getting on that shit right now. I'm going to do good from right now. As soon as I hit stop on this, I'm going to do good. And I think I'm proud of myself. I am happy. And I guess for the last chunk of this, I'm going to talk about what I am looking forward to. I'll have a lot of stand-up comedy coming up, just a lot of road weekends where I'm driving to Helium's or Bark Entertainment Clubs and just hosting, and I'm going to break even, but I'm going to get to do full weekends. I'm not making any money, but I'm going to just be trying to do I'm going to have to survive in front of crowds that I feel like I don't normally want to perform in front of, but I feel like it will get me better, and I'm excited to also hang and just have those experiences. And then the big thing that I'm looking forward to is I'm headlining for the first time at the Funny Stop Comedy Club in Akron, the club I started comedy at almost 6 years ago. I used to do open mics there, and my whole family would come out, and they would see me do just the hackiest. I would do like deadpan two-liner comedy of just, essentially internet jokes that I would rip and restructure into dog shit things, and my family would enjoy it, and I would have high school friends come out, and I'm coming back to do 45 minutes 6 years later. And in between that, I've like hosted and featured, and that people have come out to that, and I'm pretty nervous because it's my materials, first of all, changed heavily. It's not it's pretty personal, and I don't know if my family is going to want to hear a lot of this. It's also very hypersexual. And second off, I'm going to have to do 45 minutes, and I don't have that. I've barely been talking well for, where are we at, 24? That's not bad, actually. But I've hit quite a few lulls. I haven't been doing that good, and biggest thing, I haven't been funny. So I don't know if I have it in me. The longest I've been on stage is like over 30, and I maybe shouldn't have agreed to it. I originally hit them up going, could I do the Thursday for the first time and feature the rest of the weekend? They said, would you like to do this? And I said yes, because obviously you're not going to turn down the money. But I'm gonna give out hella guest spots. I'm just gonna I'm gonna plan some things like that I can do to fill time that maybe I wouldn't be able to do if I was just doing a regular spot. So whatever. This is what it's all about. This is about you got to do things you're not quite ready for if you're trying to dip your toes in. Better to jump in the deep end than just get all cold and have it come up your balls, and and like it just shrinks up, and then you don't really want to get in the water because you're kind of slowly adjusting. It's better to just jump in head first and get all the coldness at once, because then you'll just be like and you'll adjust quickly. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just jumping in and getting all cold and then going and then I'll adjust quickly. Oh man, I'm just ready to be on stage and tell like all my old jokes and get through like the first chunk where I'm supposed to be at about 15 minutes, and I'm going to look down at the clock and it's going to say like 8 minutes, and I'll be like, well, this is a third of the material. I can't, if I go at this pace, I'm going to be done in 24. I know that's going to happen because it happens when I'm doing just 20 something minutes. And it's funny because I get like this built up anxiety in my head, and then somehow I'll just answer it with, well, I'll just do crowd work, and then all the anxiety goes away. But what I think what's happening is my anxiety doesn't go away. I'm just fully switching my mind to something else, and then it's still back there a little bit, and then it stores and builds up. And I think that's something I need to work on, and it worries me a little bit with this whole meditation track that I've been on, because it is good for me to not like have my heart rate going high at all times. But I'm like meditating, and like whenever thoughts come in, I just then focus on my breath. But I get worried that I'm just ignoring things, and really that anxiety is building up for the future. I'm gonna have a guest on that's really good at like meditating. That's something I haven't thought about. I have like a list of people I want to have on, like not like their names, but people that like have certain aspects of things. I guess I haven't had like a meditation guru kind of guy in my list. That's what I'm gonna put on here, because I'm such a wound up, anxious guy sometimes that I really think that idea is good for me. I also need to read some books on it. I read one book on it. It was pretty good, and it like spurred me into all of it. But maybe I should need to get into the spiritual side of it. I keep trying to only focus on like lowering my anxiety. Maybe I really need to think about my place in the universe. Maybe that would help, because I've been wallowing from the beanbag all goddamn episode, and if I thought about my place in the universe, none of this shit matters. If I went to New York, nothing would have really changed. I would have just been continuing my timeline on this earth, having fun in a different geographical location. So I'm just gonna make it the same things happen here. I'm gonna go have a good night, and I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna build my good habits again and not wallow in so much self-pity. But I've rambled for about 30 minutes, and I think it's helped me. I hope you guys have enjoyed my therapy session. But this has been I Don't Want to Be a Piece of Shit. I appreciate you guys for listening if you've gotten this far. Have a good day. I'm going to try to do the same. Peace.